All right, I want to talk about this quickly. This is an impromptu video. I want to talk about the breaking news. The money's gone. Wirecard collapses. Why is this important? Well, Wirecard is the card provider for Crypto.com, 10x, Wirex, and several others. I'm going to tell you what I think in this video. This means I'm going to give you the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. So we'll get to that in this video. Just want to let you know this was totally not a planned video. I just saw this headline and thought I wanted my subscribers to be aware of what's going on, at least know my thoughts on it. As you all know, I'm not a financial advisor, just a crypto enthusiast. I love cryptocurrency. I love everything this technology has to offer. And if you love cryptocurrency, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring the bell so you have to get the bell notifications for my next new DApp alert that I got coming out tomorrow night. So you don't want to miss that. I got a brand new DApp alert. Got a full review coming out for a project tomorrow evening. All right, the money's gone. Wirecard collapses, owing $4 billion. By the way, I just want to say something. $4 billion. When this news first came out, I think it was 1.9 billion they were saying was gone, and they were saying that was 25% of their cash reserves. And I just thought to myself, I'm in the wrong business. $4 billion. 1.9% was supposed to be half of their, not their cash reserves, but their financial accounts, essentially. That was 25% of their holdings in their financial accounts or their financial trusts. All right, so let's talk about this late breaking news story that came out a few hours ago. I just got notified by one of the news services that I follow of this article. The money's gone. Wirecard collapses, owing $4 billion. Wirecard collapses on Thursday, owing creditors almost $4 billion after disclosing a gaping hole in its books that its auditor, Ernst Young, said was the result of a sophisticated global fraud. The payments company filed for insolvency at a Munich court, saying that with 1.3 billion euros, 1.5 billion USD, of loans due within a week, its survival as a growing concern was not assured. Wirecard's implosion came just 7 days after Ernst Young, its auditor for more than a decade, refused to sign off on the 2019 accounts, forcing out Chief Executive Markus Braun and leading it to admit that 2.1 billion of its cash probably didn't exist. There are clear indications that this was an elaborate and sophisticated fraud involving multiple parties around the world, Ernst Young said in a statement. Ernst Young said while it was completing the 2019 audit, it was provided with false confirmations with regard to escrow accounts and reported them to be the relevant authorities. Wirecard declined to comment following Ernst Young's statement. The financial technology company is the first member of the German's prestigious DAX stock index to go bust, barely 2 years after winning a spot among the company's top 30 listed companies with a market valuation of $28 billion. The Wirecard case damages corporate Germany. It should be a wake-up call for reforms, said this guy, chairman of corporate governance think tank Armid. Creditors have scant hope of getting back to 3.5 billion euros they are owed. Sources familiar with the matter said of that total, Wirecard has borrowed 1.75 billion from 15 banks and issued 500 million in bonds. The money's gone, said one banker. We may recoup a few euros in a couple of years, but we'll write off the loan now. So that's the what was that, stock price? Yeah, stock price. No. Yeah, I guess that is a stock price. Wow. Okay. So this is crazy. What does this mean for Crypto.com? Okay. I had a couple of commenters mention this, and I think it's important to understand, first of all, that Wirecard is not Crypto.com. It is not 10x. It may have absolutely nothing to do with those companies long term at all. In the short term, could it create problems? The best way to think about Wirecard is they were simply a vendor. They provided a service. They were a service provider. They provided a service to Crypto.com, just like, for example, your home phone service. Or your cell phone service. If your cell phone company goes bankrupt, does that affect your household? No, not necessarily. However, let's just say that your internet provider So let's say you make your living online and your internet provider goes out of business. Does that hurt your business? Well, maybe just for a day or two, because you're going to get brand new internet and you'll be good to go once you find a new provider. That's essentially where Crypto.com is. That's the position that they're in right now. They have a major service provider, and the challenge is with this major service provider, will it interrupt service? Are your funds okay? Yes. At least according to the CEO, Chris, over on Crypto.com, over on Twitter, he said right down here, right here, you can all the way, it's not clear. Okay, let's go back. Okay, it's not clear at this stage, this is 8 hours ago, it's not clear at this stage which of the subsidiaries are going to be affected and if any of the services will be interrupted at all. We will keep everyone up to date as it develops, but I want to make it clear, all of our SG and EU card customers, that their funds are safe. To all card customers, your fiat funds are safe and guaranteed by Crypto.com. In case any of the services provided by Wirecard are disrupted, you'll receive a fast 100% credit back to your crypto wallet. So it sounds like Crypto.com is doing the right things here, but how does this affect their business? Well, it sounds like Wirecard had more to do with the crypto side versus the fiat side, according to what he's saying right here, because your fiat funds are safe. If there's an issue with any of the services provided by crypto, on the crypto side, basically, you'll get a 100% credit back, yada, yada. So again, this is just a service provider, but I don't want to make light of this either, because at the same time, I gave you the example of what happens if you make a living online and your internet service provider goes down. Well, you would just go get a new internet service provider in most cases. However, there are not very many, and I'm not certain if there is even another good company to currently provide Visa crypto type cards. There's a lot of regulatory hurdles that are necessary for a company to be able to offer these services. Now, long term, I think Crypto.com was planning to do this in-house anyway, but again, it takes time. There's a lot of regulatory issues to overcome. The banking sector is not friendly to this sort of stuff. It's like trying to go set up a bank. It's not easy to set up a bank. I should know. I looked at that one time. It's very, very difficult. Very difficult. In fact, there's whole companies out there that some investment firms hire, and their whole goal is to set up a bank. And then they come in and they buy the existing operations once they're established, and they run the bank, and their goal is to run community banks, hoping that the large companies like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, whatever, come in and buy them out. That is a business model. It's less common today because the big banking companies are already behemoths, but that still exists today. My point is, it's so challenging to overcome the regulations, and it takes so much time, and it really takes so much legal and accounting know-how that it's not easy to do. So, best case, worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we're going to see nothing here. It's going to run seamlessly. At this point in time, Wirecard's not out of business. They're not completely out of business. They have some business operations running. They are on life support as a company. Even if they file bankruptcy, keep in mind, bankruptcy does not mean that a company ceased to exist. It means that some of their debt is forgiven, some of their debt is restructured, and they continue to build business. They start from the ground up, and typically they may be bought out. Man, wouldn't that be something Crypto.com could buy Wirecard if they wanted to buy Wirecard and start over with their existing infrastructure. But typically companies will get bought out, new CEOs, new executive staff will get hired, and many times, not all the time, many times they'll continue to operate. So if that happens, we may see no changes whatsoever with 10X or Crypto.com or anyone else. That's the bottom line. Now, worst case scenario, the debit cards for whatever reason aren't going to be functional for crypto. I mean, they may still operate. They may still be able to operate, meaning they may not be able to do their simple exchanges from crypto to fiat. It's possible the debit card doesn't work at all, actually. I mean, that is possible. It's possible new debit cards aren't getting shipped. I'm waiting on my Ruby debit card now, and I should have it. It says shipped, but we'll see if it comes. It's possible the debit card feature is going to be killed for now. With that being said, I'm certain Crypto.com are working like crazy to find a replacement, to find a workaround, to find a new service provider. I'm certain behind the scenes are already working on it as is. They've not made an official statement yet, and I think the reason they haven't made an official statement, in fact, the only statement you can really find is from Twitter, the CEO, his account. But I think the single biggest reason they haven't made a statement yet is because they want to be able to, listen, it's good corporate communication to be able to offer a solution versus just putting a problem out there. So they're probably trying to look at what are their options, what they need to do, if they need to do anything, and they probably want to come out with an announcement. So I'm suspecting today or tomorrow, probably before the end of the week, we should see some sort of corporate announcement from Crypto.com. I'll keep you posted on what I find out. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I love cryptocurrency. If you love cryptocurrency and you love passive income, then you want to make sure you follow my channel. Go down below in the description. You'll see my Crypto Passive Profits newsletter. It's all about earning passive income with cryptocurrency. Also, I will tell you this, let me say this, the MCO token and the CRO token are down. If you personally, this is your decision, I'm not your financial advisor, but if you believe long-term Crypto.com is going to be okay, it's probably a good time to pick up tokens. It's probably a good time to get that Ruby debit card if you believe long-term that they're going to be okay, because those tokens are beat up. They're down to about, let me see where they are. I'm pull up the app right now. I'm actually looking to move some crypto myself. I'm thinking about buying some more. Sorry, I don't know if you hear those birds in the background. I'm actually out on a deck at a resort. Yeah, the tokens are down to $4.41 right now. So that's a good low price compared to where they've been at. Interesting enough, the CRO token isn't been beat up all that much, but the MCO token, which you would expect because that's the one that's primarily used for staking for the debit card. But even if the debit card is not usable, I'm certain they're going to look for another service provider. And right now, by the way, they are usable. Right at this very moment, I have not read or heard of anyone having trouble using their cards. And again, they may go off without a hitch. This may just be some negative news. And it's always, when other people are looking to sell, that's when you want to be looking to buy. So if you believe long term, this might be the time to pick up some MCO tokens or even to stake for that debit card, whether it's a Ruby card or one of the higher tiers. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the below. Do you think this is going to hurt Crypto.com long term? Or do you think they're going to be okay? Let me know what your thoughts are below down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, crypto equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out. Brand new DApp alert tomorrow night. Totally unbiased review. Spoiler alert, I'm not actually in the DApp. I'm going to review tomorrow night. Stay tuned for that.